Welcome to day 17, guys. We got some stuff rolling. It's another day, moving things forward. So let's go ahead and jump in.
Hey, what's up, Savages? Day 17, rocking and rolling, guys. I want to show you just some things that we drum up in some different conversations. Somebody says, hey, if you guys own a business that's newer, how are you getting Google reviews? Perfect opportunity for us to reply. Hey, I just went through and just blasted this is exactly how we get reviews, right? And some different replies. We also replied to them. So we're just building some credibility in some of these groups, which is good. Also, this guy was asking between yesterday and today a little bit about, hey, I don't see a link to see one of our companies that does voice AI, which is great. So we do have some action going on, right? People are asking, hey, how many hours, in some of these groups, small business entrepreneurs, right? How many days, hour do you usually work on your business? I'm curious. It never ends. Yeah, and I just put, hey, between running a marketing agency and shooting YouTube videos, about 70, 80 hours a week. That'll slow down over the next 6 months as we put more systems and processes in place. I love working though. And I'm just kind of continue the conversation, just this and that. Just building credibility in these groups is really, really important. As they see you more, as you respond, not only just posting value posts, but also responding to different comments, guys. It can seem like a lot of work, but it doesn't matter. This is what we're doing. We're getting familiar. Also had a meeting with a client just a little bit ago, potential client, verbal agreement to do some things. But guys, the deal's not done until you sign the contract, signed the agreement, and collected the money. So we're going to meet again over the next few days and tie in some things, really hammer down some stuff. I got him excited on a few things, guys. So remember, we're just solving problems. We're not selling people anything. We're finding out what people problems are and how we can solve them. And as you can tell by my voice and my tonality and everything, I love what we do. So if you guys are new to GoHighLevel or you've been around a little bit, it doesn't matter, but you need this enthusiasm when you're talking to people, when you're talking to clients. I told you I met somebody in person yesterday. Today I also had a call from a roofing company that I've known this guy for a long time, but I haven't talked to him in years and years and years. But he reached out and he was curious about our AI and automation stuff. It's because I have my personal Facebook set up and I've been posting some kind of fun little stuff here and there about our business. And so he wanted to know more information. I also asked him who's doing his marketing. He's like, well, I don't know. We'll have to I was like, that's fine, man. We can talk about that because they're a big company. They're growing really big in commercial space over several states and all that stuff. So there could be an opportunity there, right? And so the whole point is groups, people, online, in person, whatever it is, guys. We're just trying to get in front of as many people as possible to help grow our business. Even though we have a very small amount, a couple of small sales, it doesn't matter right now because that's getting ready to snowball massively. This next week, we've got a lot of things in place. Kate's working on a lot of stuff on the back end to make sure that we can deliver on some of these clients that are really interested in a lot of these things that are just going to help their business. So what I love about what we do is we get to help people. It is not hard. We get to find out what the problems are, talk to them about the problems. And then man, we have a solution for that. Have you done this? Have you done that? And so even the meeting that I had today with a client that's been in business for over 10 years, he doesn't have a lot of the stuff that we have, that we offer, right? And he's like, wow, that would be amazing. Wow, that's awesome. I was like, yeah, absolutely, man. We can implement this stuff. It's very inexpensive and very worth it. It's going to help boost your Google business profile and certain things like that. And he's like, dude, that would be huge. So it's not a hard sell. I'm not trying to sell dude, this is what you need. This is blah, blah, blah. I'm asking questions, finding out what the problem is. And then we're just providing a solution to the problem. So just know if you're new to GoHighLevel or if you've been around a while, it doesn't matter. I'll tell you this, what is attractive, what is contagious is having a good attitude and a smile. That's why you guys always see me fired up. I'm always fired up all the time. That's just how it is. But I also make a choice, guys. I have problems just like you. So it doesn't matter. I have the exact same problems that you have. I just choose to deal with them a little bit different, right? And so having a good attitude, being positive, smiling a lot, dude, it brings a lot of great things to our business. It does. And it's easier to, let's just say it's easier to close sales. It totally is. So guys, day 17, wrapping up here. I'm sure Cade's got some stuff he'll share with you guys as well. But yeah, if you guys have, again, as always, if you guys have any questions, comments, I know it's a lot of redundancy right now, but we're just showing you guys hey, doing all this stuff over and over and over and over helps out dramatically. It starts to build that snowball, and then it's going to be closing some deals, knocking out some deals, which I'm super excited to show you guys. So rock it out. You guys keep rocking and rolling. We'll see you guys soon.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's day 17 here. From my side, I don't really have anything to show you guys here today. We're just going to be getting ready to launch the podcast outreach. So we got a list being cleaned up right now. We got workflows and stuff that are built out. And so here, hopefully by end of day, we will actually have that running. If not, we will for sure have it running by tomorrow on day 18. But yeah, so that's really just what I've been working on. I know I showed you the outline the other day, but now it's just kind of been building the systems out. We got that pretty much ready to go, locked in. Now just cleaning up the list. So that's really it from my side here today, guys. Nothing too crazy. Just getting another avenue for potential marketing and conversations with business owners up and running. And the nice thing is that it'll be 100% automated in terms of the outreach. Now, when someone comes back in, eventually we'll set up some AI systems and different things to like handle the inbound of people that are interested or not interested. But for right now, our plan is just to do it all ourselves to show you guys like what it looks like when you are doing a bunch of work in terms of you having to be very involved. Right now, we'll eventually start to process some of those things out and whatnot. But for right now, obviously the sending and outreach will be automated. It'll just run through the system and workflow that we're setting up for this. And then responses we'll go ahead and handle ourselves for right now. We are building some automation out that if they are interested, once we send them the form for like the pre-form intake for like the podcast interview, it'll automate like some stuff on the back end in terms of like sending us the questions and then getting them, finding a time for them to like actually book and schedule the podcast with us. So, but other than that, we're just going to take care of it ourselves, do some of the manual work, and then we'll process out more of it as we go along. But that's really it from my side today, guys. So we'll see you for the end of day call.
Hey, what's up, guys? Day 17. As you can tell, you guys have known I've been moving. My camera settings, lighting is all crazy, but hey, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's going on. We're still getting the work done. I showed you guys some of the responses that we're getting in different groups, and really just how important it is to do it just every day. And not only are we doing our value posts and like posting on businesses, but you guys see how we're generating conversations in the comments of certain people's posts. And I told you guys, I want you guys to pay attention really close is here in the next few days, we're going to be showing you guys a tool that we use internally as a team. We're going to be releasing it to the public, which is super cool, that you guys can actually use to how to use your groups really, really in a very efficient way to find certain things that you're looking for. I've mentioned it maybe a little bit early on in the first of this series, but we're going to be kind of diving into that here soon. That way you guys can make you make the best use of your time and use the groups, right? Use the groups to prospect. You guys saw some of the DMs that we were getting in, some of the conversations we were spinning up. It's just about staying consistent. And then what that's kind of turned into is you guys, we talked about like, hey, the meeting we had today, all it started off was just a testimonial for a review, right? And it's actually going to turn into something really, really big. And guys, all we did is we talked about that, and then we just asked just some certain questions about the business, like how are you doing this? Like how are you doing that? How are you following up with your people? And guys, probably like the biggest bomb that I will so drop right now is I love asking people, what do you do with your old leads? And every single time they say the same thing. Well, we call them, a couple times and then they just go like, they're just there. And I'm like, so you don't send any messages to them? And they're like, no. And I'm like, guys, we had today, like we had talked to somebody today that possibly has a book of 100,000, contacts, which is insane that they've only touched a couple times, a little bit of text, a little bit of email, and a couple of phone calls, and then that's it. So if you are like, guys, that is probably like the biggest entry level right there to say, dude, we can drop them in automations. We can use VAs for calling them. It's endless right there. Like it's totally endless. So I'm really just, of course, guys, you guys know I'm always excited about this stuff because I just love helping people, right? And all we're doing, guys, is we're asking some questions And then we're providing like, then we're telling them kind of like a scenario of what it could look like if you had this in place,
Yep.
right? So, hey, if we had this in place, we could be touching this many people every single day. We could potentially meet this many sales, which could produce this type of revenue, and it
Hmm.
would only cost you this much. And people are like, I'm in. So, if it's your first time, I guess if you guys are new to GHL, that's fine. But how we learn that stuff, how Kate and I've gotten really good at that stuff is repetition, practice
Yep.
and practice and practice.
Yep.
Even lots of failed meetings, right? We
Right.
didn't either close somebody or didn't explain it properly or didn't know the answer to a question. That's okay.
Yep.
Guess what? We learned. We totally learned. So, lots of stuff in the pipeline. Like even Cade's got some really, really cool stuff working on. So we're just right now we're just juggling a little bit, right? We're just still doing our outreach and all that stuff, but we're juggling a couple things as far as putting things together, talking with potential clients. We're doing the review outreach. We got some clients, a couple more reviews from our stuff. We're going to be getting some testimonials over the next few days, which is fantastic. So
Yep.
man, day 17 has been another killer day.
Yep. And I know we're a little halfway over in the series, but even with the conversation that TJ has been having, like, I know technically we only have the one $97 customer right now, but we have like, and I know we talked about this over and over, but we have some stuff, big stuff that will come through, and it might be right on the last day, but we've been having a lot of really good conversations, and those conversations are leading to what could be some really big ticket MRR stuff for us, just because we're, like TJ said, we're finding how we can serve and help them and their business, and what can we do to bring value to them, right? And again, it always comes back to, like, I get it, some of you guys are not going to be in the situation that we are, may not have the same experiences that we have, you might be newer to business in general, and those are things that you have to learn along the way. Like, there's different things that you're going to learn about building a business just because you have to build your business, right? There's a lot of things that TJ and I had to learn about marketing, systems, automations, things like that while we were growing our other companies, leading teams, different things along that way that you have to continue to grow and learn. So, but just realize, like, we started in the same place you guys did. We started with nothing. We started with zero. My first brick and mortar company, I was sleeping on a couch in the shop for 14 months every day, figuring out how we're going to make money to make sure that we could pay for the shop rent and pay for the trucks and everything that we needed there, right? So you got to give it everything you can, and of course, if your life is busy, as you can see, TJ's moving, man, and we both have companies and stuff that we're working on throughout the day, and people we got to oversee and take care of too. So it's not like we have all day, every day to just pour into this, right? But we have our minimums and our things that we have to do and hit every single day. And we're building out systems and automations to be able to help enhance that. But TJ's really showing you the guerrilla marketing, man, like just how to get out there, how to do it yourself without having to pay for for extra systems and whatnot. He's showing you exactly what we've done before with other stuff and our other businesses and whatnot, just to get out there within the community and build relationships and build connections, have conversations, do the stuff that's required, and learn, right? Learn how you can go solve people's problems. If you hear someone has a problem, see if you can't figure out how to do it. If you can figure out how to do it, maybe they'll let you try for them. Again, don't be afraid to do free work in exchange for you to get experience, right? Experience is such a valuable thing, and you only get experience by doing the reps over and over and over. And so if you can give away some of your time in the beginning to get that experience while someone else is willing to let you test it within their business, man, that's a win, right? Especially if you don't have that experience and knowledge yet, and just asking for a testimonial at the end of it, like, hey, would you be willing to let me do this for you in exchange, just like we did with our two review case study people. Right now, we have experience doing reviews. It's not something new to us, but we're doing it because we just wanted to get our foot in the door with some people right away that we could go give some value. And it's a very simple process to go get reviews. In fact, once this is all done and over, I'll probably make a separate video uh, just explaining the review system we have, and we'll probably just give it away for free so you guys can use it. Because it's here's the thing: getting reviews is not hard. It's pretty simple. It's just asking, and there's little tweaks and things that you can do to kind of, make people want to leave a review and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, what we'll probably end up doing is once the series is done, or maybe, I don't know, who knows, maybe the next week or two, we'll just give it away. But we'll make a separate video, like walking through like our actual review system, how we laid it out, how it works. And I know we kind of showed like the mind map early on, but yeah, man, we want to support you guys, right? We want to show you guys that it is possible. We're doing it from scratch, and that you guys can do it with something as simple as reviews to get your foot in the door and get started too, where you don't necessarily have to have this big learning curve of, AI, right? If you don't know AI, there's a learning curve to know how to do prompting and connecting systems and all that. Learning GHL automations and systems and processes, there's a learning curve there. There's a learning curve on figuring out how to do ads and marketing, right? There's learning curves you got to go through, experience you got to have and do there. But reviews is pretty simple, man. You just set it up, let it run. Get the customer, whoever you're helping, find a way to bring their customer list into the system so you can push out some messages, right? So that's why we started there in reality. But I'm really excited too. I know we talked about yesterday, or I talked about yesterday, the I think we're gonna call it the podcast client acquisition machine. But I know I showed you guys yesterday like the layout of how that's going to work, and it's going to be really simple. And it's a triple win for us because we get some people on a podcast. It's opportunity for TJ to have conversation, learn about what they do, get to know more about their business. Then we get the content that we can use for our social media. Then we can break the content up and give them some content to go post to their social media. So now not only do we have content, but now hopefully they'll go share the content because they want to share the fact that they were on a podcast. And now we got even more people seeing our Savage Systems Agency, right? So we're going to test it. We've never tested this strategy specifically for client acquisition, so this is definitely new. We've done plenty of podcast stuff and like helping people get on podcasts, but we've never actually done this. So you're going to see this for the first time and maybe you've seen other people do it. I've never seen other people do it, this strategy specifically. So I'm excited to see what happens. And if it works, we'll probably just give you guys the whole system for that too, so you can go test it for yourself. Like, it is what it is. And our whole purpose of this is to help you guys and bring value. So stay 17, man.
For sure, man. Pushing right along, baby. Got lots of good things. Obviously, guys, there's lots of just good things in the pipeline. And, obviously, guys, we're juggling a couple different things. So, again, I know we talk about it a lot, but, dude, whether you're doing this full-time or part-time, it's really just about building that good group list, making your value posts, and then just climbing into people's DMs, man. And actually, people are climbing into our DMs, which is really cool. And it's a little bit from personal, our personal Facebook and having our Facebook set up correctly. But guys, people pay attention to that stuff. When you make a comment, you make some valuable comment or something like that, people are clicking on your profile and going to see what you do.
Yep.
And that's what can start curiosity of like, hey, so tell me more about what you do, or tell me this, or tell me that, or cut the BS. I want to hear it,
Yep.
So all those things play into factor. But I don't expect you guys to be like amazing, perfect at it, blah, blah, blah. Hey, can you do this stuff? Absolutely. Can you learn it? For sure. If you follow the steps, are you going to get better at it? 100%. You totally are, because that's just how we've gotten better at it. And guys, there's still mistakes that we're making left and right, which it's just part of the game, man. And like, we don't look at that as like a failure. We just go, whoops.
Yep.
Better fix that.
Fix it and move on.
That's right. It.
Yes, sir. Cool. All right, guys. Well, day 17 is done. TJ is going to be driving tomorrow. We'll still have a day 18, right?
For sure.
TJ's got stuff to do. I got stuff to do. He ain't letting the 8-hour drive stop him. So
no, it's no big deal at all. You might guys, we might get some footage in the hotel, but it's all good, man. It doesn't matter, guys. Like, it doesn't matter. This is going to happen. That's just how it is. So
yep. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow for day 18.
Day 18. See you guys tomorrow.